Welcome to week 2. Last week's CRM conversation was very strong, and I think most of the priority issues were addressed in multiple manners. In general, evaluating a technology initiative involves consideration of many factors in addition to the technology under review. First, an assessment needs to be completed as to the current use case scenario. In other words, what needs are not being met with the existing processes and technologies that, if they were addressed, would be advantageous to the enterprise. If there are unmet needs, can they be addressed through process changes of current systems, or do they necessitate changes in underlying technologies? What are the opportunity costs associated with the purchase and implementation of a new technology? What are the upfront financial and human capital costs associated with the initiative and its rollout? While it is important that the technology selected for implementation scales to accommodate future initiatives, does it also scale to meet future customer, client, or user needs? Will the new system integrate with existing resources, or does it require an entirely new infrastructure? What will be the immediate and recurring costs for maintenance, support, and training? Clearly, evaluating a technology initiative requires a good amount of forward thinking, though this is oftentimes done without all of the available data. But in its most simple terms, evaluating a technology is a three-part process. 1, what is the need or opportunity being addressed? 2, what resources are required for the design, implementation, and training associated with the new technology? And 3, what metrics will be used to evaluate the short and long-term success of the initiative? The more detailed your analysis is in these 3 respective areas, the more likely you'll be able to project ahead in your technology evaluation. The key is not so much in the particular technology's details, but rather in how the proposed technology will yield greater efficiencies, improve customer satisfaction, growing profitability, or other desired outcomes. More generally, you all did a pretty good job in the first discussion forum activity this session. Go back to last week's forum and take a look at the distribution of posts and responses. For the most part, there are a lot of initial threads with only a single post. Your first post of the week doesn't have to be in the form of a new thread. Rather, you can respond to a thread that's already present. But obviously, someone has to go first. And also, if you have something different to say than what is already being discussed, then create a new thread. Regard the forums as conversations amongst yourselves, and that your posts should be with the intent of engaging with others. Your posts don't have to be lengthy, but they should connect in some substantive manner. In other words, don't be the person at the party who talks out loud to nobody in particular. Take a look at the thread initiated by Dean on 9/11 at 7:35 p.m. In this thread, there is a nice series of exchanges and turn-taking. I'll post some representative responses for your future reference going forward. For a last bit of housekeeping, I'll respond to your initial post in our online gradebook by the end of the day Friday, and I'll let you know when the feedback is available. Remember that the semester is long and that I'd like to start up in a well-paced and considered manner. A lot of what we're going to cover will get easier with practice, both in terms of the vocabulary that we use and the topics that we explore. The short vision is that all of you are in good stead at this point in the semester. For week 2, we'll continue to use Thrasher's text as a way to establish a context and language for discussing IT issues. This week, you'll also explore a series of very important concepts in IT operations, including outsourcing, core services, and cloud computing. We'll do this under the aegis of Google's productivity tools and ask ourselves whether a Google Docs initiative can meet a mid to large size organization's operational needs. Begin your conversation early. Keep in mind that your first post does not have to be a new thread and that you shouldn't be afraid to float new ideas. And above all else, all of this is a work in process. Take care, and more information will be forthcoming.